diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gators. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Smacks it with the stiff arm. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and press the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
Got his man downfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
4 plays on this drive by the offense, they already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. It'll be a draw. Fights off the defender. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Gets open down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. It's taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, they're looking ahead, always pointing to the future, Like, they need to win today. Like, their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Slithers into space. Turning it on! He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On the run, it's Luna. Open space at the 25. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
They'll give it on the counter. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catches, big fella.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 45 on his way. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes in the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught over the middle. It's Judowski. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation.
There he goes. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. On the run, it's Durham. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Irish needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He might want another play. They'll go to the air on second and short. They will score! Touchdown, Irish! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. He'll go out of bounds at the 39. Good return, and the offense could certainly do a lot worse than this for starting field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? When we moved the football down the field, we had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to it. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Judovsky. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw.
Touchdown, Florida! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. They're trailing by just 4 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. Off to the races. He's at the 20. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead.
Okay, ready?
Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. A first down run on the doorstep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progression.
Breaks into the open. Running through cut. Just dismissing tackles. At the 20. Touchdown Gators. He would not be denied.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an... And
the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for room. It's Durham. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Luna. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Hauls it in. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's going to take off. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Set to get this second half underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Rush is on him. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. It's Luna fighting off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. The tap. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Come on, set. Cut.
on first down. Looking to scramble. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Finds the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. Past the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Firing to the right, complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Gets it to the back. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate...
Oh, he wants it all. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Got some room to run. At the 20. He's at the 10. And he is taking it all